Hi everybody. Let me just get back to the camera so we can see. There we go. How's everyone doing this morning? Oh good, I'm on time. I had to kick my son's cat out because she was trying to play with stuff. There's too many things in here. She likes my stiletto and my clips and all kinds of stuff to fiddle around with. I'm going to work on that Hawaiian table runner that I sort of talked to you guys about before. I brought back fabric with me from when we went to Maui in April. Different colors. This is, it's kind of an odd, yeah, sorry, the light's weird. This is like royal blue. I'll show you as I go. I'm going to make each side of it different colors. Like I have that blue, a purple, and an aqua that I'm going to do for part of it, and the other side is going to be the pink and the yellow, but I don't have long enough pieces. I'm sort of making it up as I go, kind of. So I'm going to scoot this around a little bit so you can sort of semi-see what I'm up to. And I'm going to put these together. There's the purple. You see that? I am going to actually make a video about this. I just thought I would sew it a little bit with you guys while we chatted. Hang on one sec. Let's get this organized at the top here. Okay, that will do. And I need a little piece of scrap to start with so I don't get a bit of thread all snaggly. Oops, that's two. Okay. One sec. Sorry about last week. We wound up having to go and do a bunch of errands for my father-in-law's birthday party in the morning, and I could not do my live. Life happens, you know? Okay. Let's get that lined up. Well, I guess everyone's busy today. No one's here. That's okay. I can make it shorter if that's the case. Alright, let's get that going. Okay, now it's in there. I bought these pieces of fabric and a pack cut 6 inches wide. So I've just kept them like that, and I've cut the length I want, which is 16.5. But I will explain more in the actual video about this. Let me just get this one seam done. Hold on. I do have some stuff to tell you guys, so just get this finished. And I'm just sort of carefully lining up the edges as I go along, a little bit at a time here. Okay. There we go. There. Okay. It doesn't really matter which way I press this, I'm just going to press them to one side. Let's get the iron hot. Keep it awake. I'm going to do 6 chunks of that altogether. Dark blue, purple, aqua. Dark blue, purple, aqua. Put them together. Hello, Agnes. Thank you for joining. How you doing today? Get the coffee going. So a little bit of housekeeping-y stuff. I'm not going to be doing any uploading next week while I am gone to Alberta. I'm not taking the laptop with me, and that has my editing program on it and everything, where I keep all my files. My husband got me a refurbished tablet. So for the sake of room and packing less, I'm going to take the tablet and I can get my work emails and stuff like that. And I can watch YouTube and I can do comments and stuff. So I'll try to catch people's lives as much as I can as we're not doing stuff. But I will save any uploading of anything I film after I get back. So you will see what I do on my trip, but later on. So stay tuned for that. Oh, yes. Thank you, Agnes. I'm pretty good. I'm trying to get ready. We leave tomorrow. Just my kids and I. My husband's not coming along. He's mired with work right now. He can't come anyway. And we're going with my daughter's tent trailer, which is not as big as our trailer that we usually camp in. So, less room, etc. Packing less. Yeah, you know, just to be a bit more concise. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to be doing uploads. So, otherwise, normally when I go somewhere, I take the laptop and I can upload and I can edit and I can fiddle with that, but I'm not doing it. Filming, yes, fine. You'll see it, just later on. So give me a second to go press that seam, I'll come back. Finger pressing. Oops. There. All right. Can you guys see the colors better if I hold it back here? Yeah, slightly. Yeah, that looks a bit more like blue and purple like it's supposed to look. So I'm going to put the aqua one next to the purple. And yes, it's the exact same pattern. I wanted to do this simple just to get it done and out of the way. I mean, I could have taken these 6-inch strips and cut them up and made half square triangles and made pinwheels and a bunch of other stuff. But I didn't feel like doing it. Thank you, Agnes. I thought this fabric was pretty. It's pineapples, and I think that's plumeria, the flowers. The other colors are really bright, like a hot pink and a nice kind of a goldeny yellow. So eventually, when my video comes up, you just kind of get a sneak peek now. So let me line this aqua one up. So that one too. I don't know what I'm gonna use for binding though. My sister has all of the solids that we use for the gemstone quilt, and some of them might work, but I have to get them back from her. So I don't know. I have one of the colors here, but it's not the right tone. I don't know. I was thinking purple because I did amethyst. Me and my sister did amethyst for my son's gemstone block, and I think one of the purples is A very similar, if not the same purple that's in the background of that. So that's kind of what I was hoping to use. But my sister doesn't live in the same city as I do, and I'm not sure when I'm going to see her, so I might have to think of another binding plan. I thought a solid would work because it'll set it off better. Oh, thank you, Agnes. She says she likes the colors. Yeah, I thought they were pretty. There was so my friend and I went to this wonderful quilting store in a mall up near Kahului. Oh, and I could have bought a ton of stuff, but of course you know can't pack it and all that, right? Bring it back. So that's why I chose this. And now that we have all our stuff, furniture and the table and everything outside on the deck, and it's all scrubbed and clean, this is going to be for the table. We have like a coffee table out on the deck. This is where this is going to go. You know, if we have company and stuff, right? I need another little ending piece. Hang on. I have a bag here that's got little bits. There. Okay. So, I think just because purple is a little darker, I'll press the seam toward the purple, but there, that's one half. So I'll do another chunk exactly like this and sew them all together, and that'll be, I guess you could call it the top, although this is pretty much going to be a reversible runner. Oh, hello, Deb. Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter's in here. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming in. This is what I'm up to. Agnes and I have been chit-chatting. I'm making a runner. So let me press. So we're going to go this way. Let's set that seam. And that's done. I don't yet know how I'm going to quilt this either. I might just do like some kind of diagonal crosshatch thing. I'll figure that out. This is sort of a kind of seat of my pants kind of project. But I sometimes do projects like that. And sometimes not. Okay, let's double check from this side. Perfect. All right, we'll let that set up. Okay. Sounds like me, yeah. Well, see, the thing is, too, Deb, sometimes I start off with a plan and then partway through it's like, nah, that's not going to work. Okay, now what do I do? Oh, all right, let's try this. Ah, works. But, I mean, obviously, some things not, because I don't know if you all guys all saw that wolf quilt that I finished up. The top is finished. I did my video earlier this week. I forget what day I uploaded it. Monday, Tuesday, I don't really remember. That was, like, precise. I mean, it's foundation paper piecing, so that's, like, precise pattern, like, follow this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Otherwise it's screwed up. So for that, you kind of got to do it, right? Yeah, Deb says she changes things all the time. So yeah, it depends on the project, right? I'm doing this one kind of loosey-goosey and not that complicated. Also, I didn't really want to cut up that fabric. I think it shows the print how I'm doing it better. You know what I mean? Hi, Russ. Quilt Meets World. Plans? People make plans? Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Sometimes I like to have a plan, but it's also not, like, set in stone necessarily. Again, depends on the project. Sometimes they're more adaptable. Sometimes I've had to adapt out of necessity because I've messed something up and went, oh, crap. Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Russ. Quiet group this morning, but I guess everyone's busy or traveling already. I know this that time of year. People going away. Yeah. But I can chat to you all because I'm not heading out till tomorrow. I have to do my packing and all that, Russ. Yeah. Deb, you probably know Deb because I mentioned this before, but I don't always get on Russ's channel, which that's my bad. I'm sorry, Russ. I'm going to Alberta tomorrow for a week with my kids. So I have to pack my bag up and I have to organize my pillows and everything because we're dining out for dinner later, and then this evening we're packing up her tent trailer and she's going to put it down and be all ready to go because we want to leave reasonably early in the morning, 7:30. We're going from home, Chilliwack, to Revelstoke. It's 465 kilometers-ish. About a 5-hour drive, thereabouts, give or take. I mean, that's 5 hours just going, but we're going to stop for breakfast, and we're going to pack up buns tonight and have lunch somewhere along the way. So we'll just tootle our way along and get to Revelstoke. Well, we're actually going past the town of Revelstoke to a campground that's further along Highway 1. We'll get there mid-afternoon, early afternoon, depending. Russ says I'm procrastinating work until my doctor's appointment. Then I can finally fix my bed. Oh, no worries. So you're wasting time then. Oh, thanks, Russ. No need to apologize. Getting with everyone's channel stuff. Yeah, I know. There's not enough hours in the day. I try to catch replays. Sometimes if I'm just in here farting around, sewing, I'll put on someone's replay, just listening, having company kind of idea, right? Deb says she hates packing. And she says, I've learned to do a lot of lurking on channels. Team replay for me. Yeah, sometimes that's just better. Depends what I'm doing during the day, Sometimes I'm so busy I can barely sew anything. Just depends. Life, right? Everybody has that problem. Okay, so I'm going to make another one that looks exactly like this. I'm going to sew them together. So, Russ and Deb, I was telling Agnes when we first came in, I bought a pack of these strips when we were in Maui in April. And they are cut 6 inches wide. So, finished up 5.5. And I cut them this way 16.5. Because the coffee table outside's not that huge, so I measured it. And I'm kind of making it a decent size to go on there. And the other two, hang on. Stay. The other two colors are this. Wait a minute. Let me show it. Oh, the pink doesn't show up too bad. It's a nice, bright, hot pink. And this sort of goldeny yellow. So I'm going to do the strips the other way on the other side. But I forget how I calculated that long to be with those 6 strips across. 32, 33, I forgot. My notes are over there, buried. I wrote this up the other day and I can't remember what I said. So these, that's the width of fabric strip, right? So we're looking at, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It'll be close. I'm looking at... Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to fiddle probably. But there's enough of the other colors that if I have to put, like, aqua on the end of one of them or something, I don't know. I'll figure it out. By the time the video goes up of this, whenever I actually get it finished, you'll see what I've done. But yeah, I was telling Agnes I might have a binding issue. Because my sister has all of the solids. But I also might be able to dig something out of my stash that works. I just thought it's kind of a busy print, so a solid might work for the binding better, kind of set it off. That's my only thinking. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks, Deb. Yeah, it is pretty fabric. It would have been nice if they'd included, like, an orange or something like that in the fabric line. But I guess they didn't. Or like a limey green, maybe. Or maybe that wasn't just in this pack. I don't know. I didn't really... There was so much stuff in that store. My goodness. If you're ever in Maui, go to Queen... shoot. Can't remember the name of it. Queen Kahunamane, something like that. It's a big mall up near Kahului Airport, kind of like in the city. And I can't remember the name of the quilting store. If you guys want to know when this is done, put a question in the comments and I'll look it up and answer it. Because I just, the name escapes me right at the moment. It's So Special or something like that. I can't remember. The guys went off and farted around the rest of the mall, and my friend and I spent like 45 minutes in the quilting store. Oh, hello, Lynn. Lynn Bylas is joining us from the UK. Good afternoon, Kelly and Chatters. A bit pooped after a busy day at work. Nice to sit and chill. Excellent. Yeah, my day is just kind of getting going. It is 8:52 a.m. I was up at about 6:30 because one of the dogs came, stared at me, gotta go pee. Okay, guess I'm getting up. So, yeah, I don't have a lot to tell you guys right now. I mean, I have time this morning, I can chit-chat and sew, but I do kind of have to get on other stuff to get accomplished during the day. Yeah. There's 15 of us going to the brewery where my son works. Our son works at, he's a brewer, right? He's there at that brewery today. He actually works at two breweries because it's the same brewery, it's just in different cities. So today's at the local one. So there's a pile of us going there later for like 4-ish. Have a bite to eat, whatnot. We got to come back relatively quickly though, because our daughter is coming over around 6. Like I was telling everybody earlier, that we have to pack up our tent trailer tonight, because that's how we're going to Alberta. So it has to be, like, everything has to go in it, and then it has to be like put down and secured, so that we can hook up, because the son's truck is what's going to pull it. Usually my daughter, she's got a Pathfinder, and it pulls the tent trailer just fine. But the two of them are going to take turns driving her brother's truck. So, whatever. It'll all work out. I will show you guys video down the road as I go. But if you want to, now see, that's the thing too. We're not really doing what we did before, but kind of. You wouldn't have seen anything from when our daughter was going to Alberta to go to college, because that was before I started my channel. But in 2021, there was some footage of when we went to pick up our son. It was still COVID-y though, so I didn't do that much. But if you look back in my travel playlist, there's some older stuff of going to Alberta from previous. But we are camping in some spots that I've never shown you guys before. Well, one of them we're going to Drumheller, Alberta. that's where the Royal Tyrrell Museum is, the Paleontology Museum. So I'll show you guys that. And we went there ages ago, like the kids were little. Like 2006, I think. Long time ago. Lynn is 16:53, so that's 4 o'clock. I can understand 12-hour time. I get you. Warm today, but have an amber weather warning. Oh, yuck. It's cloudy today here. Last couple of days have been cooler and cloudier. It was warmer during the week, and we did have the AC on. Last Sunday was hot. It was like 30. It was 30 degrees, but there was like humid, so the Weather Network Environment Canada calls it the humidex. So what it feels like, I think it was like 34. So we had the AC on like from 8 o'clock in the morning. It was on all day. But there's a little breeze and it's, I don't know, 14 or something. It's not cold exactly. There's been some air quality advisories for parts of Alberta, though, because of the wildfire smoke. So we might encounter that as we get there. We're not getting to Drumheller until Monday. So I don't know if that'll change. Thankfully, some Australian firefighters have gone to help out. So, excellent. I think everyone's weather kind of calmed down a bit, so hopefully things are improving. But, it's June. It's forest fire season. Well, see, we tend to call them forest fires in BC, because that's what burns, is forest. I mean, look at Google Earth. Like, my entire province pretty much is covered with mountains and forest. So that it's a forest fire. But other parts of Canada usually call it wildfires because they have different trees and brush and stuff. Different terrain, Everything burns, though, unfortunately. Sad to say. And we're probably not going to be allowed to have actual fires. That's pretty much never a thing. You can never have a campfire in the summer. It's just too dangerous. But my daughter has one of those little propane fires. So we're going to bring that along to have a fire. Deb says it's 7 degrees Fahrenheit in Iowa. Lynn says if it rains tomorrow, I can get on with some sewing. Haven't done much in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I haven't really either. I did the big push to get that Wilf quilt top finished, and then I wanted it. It was in the works since like November, but then I had to put it away because my sister and I had to get the gemstone quilt done for our mum. So Wolfie was languishing for a while, and I thought, this thing's been sitting around for too long, part in the closet, I gotta get it done. So I did the big push and I finished it off. Now it's just hanging up on the design wall right there. Because I want it up and out of the way. I'm not dealing with it now. Yeah, you guys can kind of see it. Let me scoot that. There. There you go. You see it? I don't know when I'm going to get it quilted. I have no idea. I have a different gray solid for the back. I think it's called shale or slate or something. I forget. So I haven't even made the backing yet. I don't know. And unfortunately, my neighbor across the street is not entirely abandoning her long arm business, but she's going to do long arming for some friends, and she said for me because we're neighbors, but she's got health issues and she just cannot do it as a business anymore. So, thank you, Deb. Deb says it's beautiful. Hey, it turned out great. Yeah, kudos to Violet Craft. Man, good patterns. The long seams were kind of a pain because you're doing like a big chunk and a big chunk, and it's like, whoa, big long seam. That's why I said in the video for that, I put it out on the dining room table because I could like support it out on the table to actually sew the dang seam. Because when, like, it wasn't like across the whole thing, but a couple of those seams were pretty close. Oh, hey, Mona. Mona did what has joined us. Hello, hello. Thank you. I'm just chit-chatting in a moment. I'll show you what I'm working on, though. 6-inch strips. Purchased in Hawaii, Maui, in April. And I cut these 16.5-inch long. And I'm going to make another one that looks like this and put it together, and it's going to be a table runner for my table outside. So that's the project. But again, that's going to get finished down the road because I don't have, I mean, I'm leaving like not quite the crack of dawn tomorrow, but close. Yeah, we're being leisurely this time. When we used to take the kids for college, we would do the whole 12-hour drive from home to the town of Olds, Alberta, which is about an hour's drive north of Calgary. And yeah, leave home for, and we are going to see my aunt and uncle for lunch. They're going to come to Olds because they live in Calgary and not far, so we're going to see them on Tuesday. So that'll be nice. So that's what I got upcoming. So eventually you will see videos of what I film when I'm gone. And you will see the video of that thing being done, that table runner being done eventually. I'm not sure what other projects I'm working on upcoming. I don't know. I'll see what the time goes. July's not too busy, so I might get a few things accomplished. I just got to prioritize and figure out what that's going to be. August gets a little bit more brisk. We are going camping again. Just the usual camping down the river like we always do. 20 minutes down the road. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to formulate my plan because I've been so busy lately I haven't even decided what I want to do next. Usually I'm kind of more cognizant of that. Like I'm, okay, plan down the road is this, but yeah, no. We'll see. Oh, you guys get me as I am, and sometimes my life is not organized, and sometimes I'm on it. Like, this is one of those times when I am not on it, because I'm concentrating on making sure I have everything ready to leave tomorrow morning and not on projects. Our daughter is already worried that we're going out for dinner. Like, she's panicking. We'll be back in time. Don't worry. We're only across town. Just, yeah. But she tends to be anal about that. And it'll be interesting to see because our son has never pulled anything with his truck before. So he's going to try it out. Trial by fire. I didn't look up the distance we have to go from where we're camping outside of Revelstoke all the way to Drumheller, but it's got to be around that. Same 500-ish kilometers. Kinda. When we used to go directly from home to Olds, it was about 900 altogether. And I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in miles. There's 2.5 kilometers in 1 mile. So, math people, have at her. Your neighbor could teach you how to use their long arm. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I've not really been overly keen on figuring that out, though. I don't really like quilting. I like sewing. You know what I mean? I know there's loads of you that do it, and you do a wonderful job on those little cuties and all that. Like, great. I'm hugely impressed, but that's not me. So, 9 o'clock. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. It's another kind of non-video. But this is how my life goes. in 2 weeks, hopefully, things will be better. If I get myself project organized and get something going. That's the long weekend, or coming up to the long weekend in Canada, because Canada Day is the 1st, but that's a Tuesday. So chances are people are going to take off Monday the 30th, because everyone's done school by then and all that, right? Like, end of school's coming up. So yeah, I think it's the 27th. Friday the 27th sounds right. So I'll do my next video then, and we will be getting geared up for the long weekend, but we're not really actually doing anything too much on Saturday and Sunday, I don't think. We are having people over on Canada Day itself, on the 1st. We're doing dinner, and my husband's going to put a brisket in the smoker, and yeah, the usual routine. So ribs, beans, mac and cheese, coleslaw, whatever. We all potluck it. That's kind of a standard thing. And sometimes we've done this in the past. We never actually got to do like barbecue fest last summer because everyone was too dang busy. So that's why we thought hey, let's do Canada Day. Who's doing what? Yeah, sure, we're in. No problem. We figured this out like a month and a half ago when we got back. But we're going to keep it kind of low key because then Wednesday the 2nd, that's not a holiday. Everybody goes back to work, so. So if I get myself in gear, then I can maybe work on something that weekend. My niece is going to be 19 on June 30th, so my sister might cook something up for us to go to their place for dinner or something. I don't know. Or maybe she just wants to do stuff with her friends. Who knows? We'll see. So, I think I'm going to call this. Yeah, it's only almost 10 after 9, but I got nothing else to tell you. So, someday, haha, I will have a life not so chaotic and I can actually show you guys stuff. It is what it is. I know you're all busy, well, and Lynn, the rest of your evening is good. So next week, depending on Wi-Fi and where we are on people's lives, if I can, we'll see. I'm definitely going to miss Laura Lynn's because both Saturdays are travel days. So that ain't going to happen. So we have some days that are more quiet. We're not doing as much, but mostly we're either traveling or doing something where we are. So again, probably not going to be around much. So if you guys don't see me for a while, that's why. Okay? Alright, let's turn that off, and I'm going to shut it down. So, thanks everybody. I appreciate it. I always like to chat to my friends. I miss you all, even if I don't really have much to tell you, but I do miss chatting with you all. So I appreciate it. Thanks everybody. Bye. Have an excellent weekend.